What's up everybody, my name is JR, aka the Sinister Camaro. Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing wonderful today. Today we got a special video for you. We're going to be changing the oil in the Sinister Camaro. Of course, we've got a nice little checkup after 60,000 miles of driving it. So we've got to make sure that we do the proper maintenance to it. Now, some people are a little offset by doing an oil change and don't know if they could do it themselves, but today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it, and it's about the same process as any other car. Don't be scared to do this yourself. Just make sure that you follow the guidelines in your instruction manual that you get provided with your car. If you don't have one, you can go on Google and you can find one there as well. Just make sure and not find some shady video of somebody just changing the oil in their car and in hopes that they know what they're doing. Actually do your research. Make sure you get what you need in order to properly do this, because one wrong move could mean all your oil could be on the floor, or that your oil cap's not on and you could totally destroy your motor, or have a bunch of oil just dripping from the hood into your engine bay, and we don't want any of that. So make sure you know what you're doing. We're going to cover that step by step, what to look out for, what you need to do in order to do this properly. But trust me, it's an easy process. Just make sure you follow the right steps and we're going to take you right through it. So thanks to Satterwhite 66, Tire Automotive in Henderson for letting me film a little bit, and for Ogle for actually letting me film him while he did it so I can manage the camera and to give you all the proper angles that you possibly need for this. Let's get started, let's jump into it, and hopefully by the end of this you'll be an oil changing expert. Alright, so step one, you want to remove the engine cover. You want to pop the hood on your car, and you'll see the engine cover there. You see this oil cap, you want to twist it to the left, pop it right off, make sure no oil gets on your awesome engine cover. Then you want to pull up to pop those rubber pieces on the sides, and then you want to pull towards yourself to release the hooks off the back of the motor. Step two, you want to raise the vehicle up in the air so that you can get to the bottom of the car, so you can get to the oil filter and the drain plug for the oil. You might want to check your instructions to make sure that on your vehicle it's the same process as well. What's up everybody, it's JR Sinister Camaro here, just interrupting your video for just a quick second to tell you about our great friends over at Manscaped. Now, the Manscaped are the people that you've seen in a couple of our videos before. They brought you the Lawnmower 2.0, and it was an amazing product. I used it myself. They went and outdid themselves with the great Lawnmower 3.0 now, which is on sale now. You can go to their website and get the best shave you've ever had, because at this point in time, cleanliness is the best thing you can possibly do, not only with your hands, but with everything else. Now, if you want a good shave, that Lawnmower 3.0 is gonna do it for you, but you've also gotta think about, what do I gotta do after that to keep everything looking and feeling right? Well, Manscaped has that covered for you, because not only do you get some ball deodorant, you can also get some ball toner as well. That's right, I've never heard of this myself, but I can tell you after using them, it feels so much better, so much cleaner, and my wife loves it too. So go ahead and grab yourself a set today. Even get yourself a nice bag to hold everything in. Get a shirt, you can get underwear. All that's provided to you at the website of Manscaped, and I'll leave the link in the description below. Go ahead and check them out. And don't forget to use my code SINISTER, that's SINISTER, at the checkout, so you can save some money for just watching this video and get the best products that you have on the market. I'm telling you, these guys know what they're doing, and it's not just for the teenage boys, it's not just for the men, but women can even use it too. So just make sure when you need a razor, don't be using the same razor on your face as you use everywhere else. Go ahead and get you the latest and greatest that they possibly can offer, and get you some Manscaped gear and join the family. So again, it's Sinister, SINISTER, and the link's gonna be in the description below where you can go buy these awesome products. And that's pretty much it, so let's get back to the episode. For the next step, go ahead and take your 15mm socket, loosen the bolt for the oil drain plug before you take all the way off. Quickly pull it away so you don't splash yourself, and make sure you have a oil canister to catch all the liquid with. Once all of the oil has been drained out of the oil pan, make sure to go ahead and remove your oil filter and watch out for splashes. Remember that when selecting your oil filter to put on your car to replace the old one with, make sure the numbers match if you're using the same brand. If you're not, go to your local parts store and they can look up the correct part code for your oil filter. And then of course, once you have it, go ahead and put some leftover oil on the ring of the oil filter and make sure to get it nice and tight by hand. And once you do that, take your oil filter wrench and basically tighten it up as best you can. Don't over tighten it, as you could damage the oil filter itself and start to crush the outer portion of the oil filter. And last but not least, for the underside of the car, put your oil drain plug back in. Make sure not to cross thread the bolts or else you'll have leakage. And also do not over tighten it, as 18 foot-pounds of torque is perfectly fine for the bolt and it will not over tighten it or strip it in any way, shape, or form. Step 7, go ahead and lower that vehicle back down and we'll get started on the engine bay. Now for step 8 is where we're going to be pouring in our new oil. Now make sure that you go by your guide as far as what weight you should put in there. For mine, it's going to be an easy 5W30 and we're going to use synthetic, but it's up to you on what you want to use. Just make sure you put the right weight in there so that your engine performs like it's supposed to. In this car, I prefer to use synthetic. Of course, it's for more performance engines, and since I've got a cam and all that good stuff, of course I'm going to put it back in there. And also another good thing about it is that the mileage actually lasts twice as long, so you don't have to change your oil as often as well. But the price is a little more expensive, so use your own discretion as far as what you want to do with synthetic versus non-synthetic. For step 9, go ahead and reinstall your oil cap. And for step 10, make sure to check your oil levels to make sure all of the oil is at the right level. You will see marks on the bottom of your dipstick that you want to make sure that the oil level is within reason. Don't make it go over the line, but also don't make it go too low below the line, or else you'll have issues. For the next step, go ahead and turn on your vehicle just to verify that there's no leaking oil or issues. So make sure to check your oil cap on the top, make sure there's no oil coming out of there. Make sure there's no oil dripping out of your drain plug or your oil filter to make sure you didn't cross thread anything or forget to seal anything. Just take this opportunity to make sure that everything's the way it was before and there's no leaks, because you don't want to ruin your motor with a simple oil change like this. For step 12, go ahead one more time and check your oil levels with your dipstick. Make sure that the oil is still within that range. You don't want too much and you definitely don't want too little to prevent engine issues down the road. So go ahead and take that extra precaution to make sure after you ran it, after all the heat's gotten to the oil and expanded it, that everything looks like it's supposed to be. And the last thing you want to do is reset your oil sensor. So go ahead and turn your key to accessory mode. Don't turn it all the way on, just to accessory mode. Hit your gas pedal 3 times. I think I did it 5 times just to be safe. And then once you hit it that many times, you want to go ahead and take your key, turn it off, and take it out of the ignition. And that will reset the oil counter. So go ahead and turn it back to accessory mode and verify that the oil change message is no longer showing. Alright guys, it's as simple as that. Super easy. Just follow the video step by step. Make sure your instruction manual is what you're using to figure out what weight of the oil that you need and how many quarts that you need of it. Make sure that you wait for it to drain out. Change your oil filter. And the most important thing I can tell you is to make sure to spread some oil on the ring of the oil filter as well when you're putting it back on, because if you don't, it's not going to make a very nice seal and you're gonna have oil everywhere on the floor and cause issues, and if you drive it long enough you may even destroy your motor. So make sure, just put a little ring of some oil, of leftover oil, on the ring of the oil filter, and when you put it back on, it's gonna seal nice and tight and you'll be ready to rock for the next 5,000 miles or so. Also, make sure synthetic versus non-synthetic oils, one is going to be more of a high performance, so it's going to last longer, so you can get twice as many miles out of it, whereas the basic you're probably going to look at maybe 2,500 miles or so. So be on the lookout for that. And if you want to use synthetic, I mean, it's totally up to you. I use synthetic in the car and I use it in my truck as well, so we are definitely synthetic over here. My wife's car doesn't really need it, so she gets the basic and has to change the oil every so often, but it's up to you on what you want to do, and brand is totally up to you as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it did help in any way, shape, or form, please leave me a like on this video. I'd very much appreciate it, and it helps the channel out so very much. Share this with somebody who doesn't know how to change their oil, and maybe they can become experts too, and you'll be seeing them changing the oil out in their driveway as well. So thank you guys again. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. The annotation below, there's gonna be a little subscribe button below. If you click that and then hit that notification bell, that would help us out so much, and we'd love to see you in the next videos. Feel free to comment anything you like, any questions that you have. Please comment. I can't say it enough. I really want to talk to you guys, know you guys. So let me see what kind of videos that you guys want to see on the channel, and we'll definitely hammer those out. No matter if it's a job too big or too small, it doesn't matter, because we're eventually hammered out on this channel, because making videos for you guys is just so much fun. I can't stop. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Always remember, never forget, stay sinister.
Perfect.